name is Salsabil.
And I'm Shijana Rai.
And today we're here at the Medway campus in front of the Medway building.
We're going to talk about the medical center, which was opened in August. It's at the risk of being closed since it's underused.
Few students actually know that it's open every Thursday from 11 to 3.
I remember one time I was walking home from campus and it was like 4 p.m. So it wasn't late and it wasn't dark. And this I remember I was walking. It was a bit of a chavvy area in Medway for the Canterbury campus, and there is a bit. There you get some dodgy characters, and I remember I was walking back to Liberty, and there was this guy, and I smiled at him because I smile at people when I walk past, and he took that as like a weird invitation, and he followed me all the way home, and he kept trying to. I mean, I was blanking me, but he kept having conversation with me. It was just weird.
This is the opening of Deep End,
which is a restaurant as well as a cafe, and it's hosting parties.
And if you're not into clubbing, you can still come out with your friends, have a good time, have a good book.
Yeah, you can enjoy a book, but you can also socialize, make new friends. There was this recent death in the student accommodation.
Yeah.
So that's why we're raising awareness on that today.
Yeah.
So yeah, were you close to the flatmates of this student?
Yeah. I went to his funeral on Tuesday. It was me, one of his flatmates, Bethan, and the student welfare professor, or whatever you call that, and the head of social science. He was my course mate, so I sat next to him in course as we walked to course together. And basically what happened was he had a medical... He came here last year, because he's 19. He came here last year and he lasted until December, and then he found out that he had a heart condition, a quite serious heart condition, so we had to go home for medical reasons. And then he came back this year again. He has diabetes as well. He's had that since he was 11, and he came back here this year thinking it'd be better now he had more control over the condition he had, and he didn't tell his roommates the diabetes thing or the heart condition thing. He didn't tell them any of that, so they had no idea. And what happened was there was a sickness bug going around. It's still going around, and it only lasts about a day, and on its own it's not serious, but with the diabetes and the heart condition as well, basically what happened, I was there the night, actually. We were in the kitchen and he was throwing up, and Bilal, one of his roommates, was coming in and coming out, getting him big bottles of water, because to keep him hydrated. And even then, and we were saying, like, do you need to get a doctor? And he was like, no, it's fine. And we didn't think much of it because obviously it is just a sickness bug. It was just it was pretty common at the time. And we didn't know. He didn't tell us anything. We had no idea. Yeah. And he just he had a seizure in the night. Well, we knocked on his door. Before we left, we knocked on his door about 11, and he didn't answer. So we thought he'd just fallen asleep. I don't know if he was already gone at that point. I mean, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think the fact maybe that was the thing. But we had to leave, and because I had lectures the next day, and then we woke up the next morning, and there was his parents had called the reception because he wasn't answering his phone, and they knew about his illnesses, so they called the reception because he wasn't answering. And then one of the caretaker people came up, knocked on his door, he wasn't answering. They unlocked the door, and he'd had a seizure in the night, and he was on the floor in the middle of his room, and they couldn't resuscitate him. It'd been a while in there. And the flatmate there's I think there's 6 of them, or there's 5 of them now, and they were all there that night. It could have easily been avoided, and that's what happened.